Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And well, today I want to highlight a little bit more this Super Bowler smash strategy. The smash strategy, which I highlighted a couple of videos ago already, or like mentioned, I want to say, because today we want to throw it onto the most popular and due to that as well strongest legend bases out there. Those legend bases are getting used everywhere for a reason. So let's see if we can smash popular bases like meta bases right now with this new strategy to see how strong is this strategy actually, and is it able to compete with the current meta of bases? Is it somehow able to smash those bases, or is it just like a weak troop, which is, or like a super troop, which is getting added to the game? Either way, let's check it out. Let's find out with this first ring base, which is really popular at the moment. There are a couple of different variations out there which are getting used, but this base as well is supposed to represent the different type of ring bases which are out there as well. So let's see if we can somehow take care of this one. The goal always is like just to obviously 3-star the base, but as well to achieve that is the key is to get those bowlers into the core. As long as you can do that, everything is working smooth. So let's see if we can make that work. First off, the Warden Walk, and whenever you're taking ring bases, yes, you can do fancy queen charges, but most of the time a Warden Walk for one corner, the Siege Barracks or the Locked Archer for the other corner, and then the Smash, or like in our case, the Super Bowlers in between is the most efficient way without risking running into like a blimp bait or something. Obviously, you can do other things as well, but this is a really strong technique. So far, it's looking good. The bowlers are walking in. The top side is funneled. The bottom side looks funneled as well. And now we're just adding this jump. And at this point, this is the dangerous part. We're like a double set of multi-infernal towers. At this point, typically, your super wizards are going to die. But with super bowlers, you can see as well, the healers switching to them, everything looks good. Like they're looking healthy. They're getting this push into the core. The town hall should get taken down really soon as well. The king is pushing around the outside. The P.E.K.K.A. as well from the Siege Barracks helping, the Wizards over there as well, and then just adding the Royal Champion. At this point though, the core is struggling. Obviously, that's always the case with a Smash, with like some sort of like a heavy push into the Town of Poison. The Town of Poison is always a big problem for those troops. But even with that Town of Poison, the bowlers had no problem of taking down the core. And as long as this core has been taken down, the king, the tanking of that king, in combination with like leftover troops like the Yetis, the P.E.K.K.A. from the barracks, and the Royal Champion, can easily clean things up. And that's exactly the case what is happening in here. And this is a showcase of how this new strategy is going to smash those ring bases. It's an easy approach. It's a really easy strategy to execute. And well, that's an easy approach on a typical ring bases. But now, it's not always ring bases, right? Like there are other bases out there as well. For example, this base. There are so many different variations out there of this specific base. It is crazy. So I just picked this one just for showcase progress. And I feel like you can 3-star most of those bases like the way I'm going to show you in just a second. Because the way and the key for this strategy to succeed is not only on ring bases you need to get the bowlers into the core, but as well on this one as well. So as long as we get our bowlers into the core, we're looking good. And what is the right angle now to choose? Because this is sometimes the difficult choice. Like, where are you going in? Where should you go in? And we have a couple of options. Through the town hall? Nah, like the Town of Poison is way too deadly. We need something else for that. Through the heroes? Taking that out nice and early is a cool thing, but at the same time, I mean, it's still the heroes at the beginning. That's sometimes a little bit tricky. So what are we going to do? Well, we are going to go in the flank, in between of the town hall, in between of the heroes, which is the top right side. Yes, this base is pretty much symmetrical. We could have gone in from the bottom side as well, but this side is where the eagle is, which means the Warden Walk is less risky, and it's less likely that the Warden is locking onto the king. So far, so good. King in from the top side to funnel. The jump spell now is key, that we want to get a couple of those troops into the top side as well, or like near the single infernal tower as well. This is why I'm using not the jump into the multi-infernal tower compartment, but instead deeper into the core. The blimp just to make sure that, well, something is taking down the town hall. And at this point, everything, in my opinion at least, I think looks pretty good because we got the bowlers into the core. Queen though, with all of those air skeletons, sadly is lagging a little bit behind. But still, that's no problem. The Royal Champ now is coming in, and we're splitting up the damage of all of those defenses to make sure some of them are going for the bowlers, some of them have to go for the Queen, healers, Royal Champ. It's too many targets to choose, which means we're splitting up the damage and surgically taking down the base. At this point, some headhunters tried to take down the defending heroes, which did not work, but my queen is about to approach those two heroes, the royal champion and the queen, to finish their career. And meanwhile, we have the royal champion going strong at that bottom side, taking down everything. You have with this armor composition, one thing which I like is the baby dragon, which is really nicely working together with like the royal champion. If there are back end archer towers, you can always snipe them, always try to tank them with the baby dragons, for example. So they're a really good way of like supporting the royal champion if needed. And for us, we have the queen left alive. This one obviously is way closer. It is one of the most used bases out there, so it's supposed to be good, right? Like otherwise people would not use it. But still, we got the job done. 2 boulders with it, which is 60 troop space, is still left up. A couple of healers, the queen, the warden, and this means this base is going to be down, or going to go down as well. So that's the second base which I wanted to show. But now let's take a look at another base, which a lot of people said that this is a really common base in Legend. So after this last test that's going down, we are going to switch over, and I asked different people on different trophy levels. And apparently one of the bases which I highlighted on YouTube, it's really popular and a lot of people are using it. I feel like especially it's because it's defending air pretty good. So now the reason is obviously, how do you attack it with Smash, or like with the Super Bowler Smash version? And well, the answer is pretty simple. Like sometimes you can take a risk with like a lock launcher entry from the other side, but that's not always the best move, especially with ranged troops being sometimes not that easy to funnel. Like ranged troop can reach more things than, for example, P.E.K.K.A, so they're really easy to get distracted, which means the pathing which you need to create for like Super Bowlers is sometimes more, like you need to invest more compared to normal P.E.K.K.A Smash. So that's sometimes tricky. So this is why I like to sometimes just charge the Town Hall with your queen and having like a back end push with your king, with your warden, and some Super Bowlers for the back end, which is normally working really well. So let's just take a look at how exactly I try to somehow accomplish this. First off, charging the Town Hall, and always remember, in this armor composition, this default armor composition, yes, you have 3 wall breakers, but as well, you have a jump spell. And sometimes it's better to use the jump for the queen, maybe not that much for the smash. That's exactly what we're doing right now, using the poison for the defensive clan castle, and as soon as the queen is looking safe, we can get started with our second phase, which is the smash, the Super Bowler smash. And this is going to be just king, warden in, siege barracks. We need those tanks in front of the bowlers, because even though bowlers are quite tanky, like those Super Bowlers are quite tanky, still they're your damage source. Like the bowlers are supposed to dish out that damage. And sometimes having an ice golem, having a king, having a P.E.K.K.A from the siege barracks in front of you is a really nice thing, especially if there's no healer power. Meanwhile, the queen is having a rough time over there on the left side, but still she's staying alive. That's the most important thing. The next thing, royal champion, get this royal champ into the direction where most likely the other troops are not going, which is the core of this base. The X-bows, the scatter shot, things like that are supposed to be taken down by this royal champion. And now this is looking smashed. Like this base has no chance of defending. And in my opinion, I think this is going to be a really strong future meta strategy with this Super Bowlers. Really looking forward to see what your combinations look like. Let me know if you would change any troops in this army composition. But to be honest, I have to say I feel like pretty happy so far with this army mix, with the mix of like Super Bowlers in combination of like those supportive troops like the Baby Dragon, like Headhunters, things like that. Let me know, would you change anything with this army composition? Or would you say, no, this is looking pretty good? Either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned already something about the new Super Troop, the new Super Bowler. And well, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.